A very happy World's Pilots Day to each and every colleague of mine, to all the airline pilots out there, all the CFIs, to the flight instructors, to the trainee pilots, and also the small aspirant pilots inside you guys. A very happy World's Pilots Day. Today is 26th April 2021 and it marks the 8th World's Pilots Day. But what it actually is and why is it celebrated or observed only on this particular day? In this video, we are going to be looking exactly on that. So if you guys are interested and are ready, fasten your seatbelts and your shoulder harnesses because we are ready for takeoff. What's up, aviators, and welcome back to the FlyTuber, Flying Simplified through YouTube. My name is Ali Asghar, and on this channel I talk about interesting aviation facts and aircraft knowledge. So if you're interested to know more about aircrafts and how do they operate, etc., and if you are new here on this channel and if you haven't already subscribed yet, you might want to subscribe to the FlyTuber. Now before I start, a very quick question. Do you happen to know who was the very first commercial pilot in India? If you know, drop your answers down in the comments below, but even if you don't, watch this video the entire length because I'll be giving the answer by then. Now you may have noticed that I am wearing my company uniform. Usually on this channel I do not wear the uniform from my company, but it's an auspicious day. It's really a happy day for all the pilots, and I thought why not let me give the message from behalf of me and my company as well. Happy Pilots Day once again. Every job is invaluable and they have their own importance, and usually there is a day dedicated to praise their efforts. We have Teachers Day, doctors have got their Doctors Day, and even if you were to look within the aviation industry, we have got Flight Attendants Day or Air Traffic Controllers Day or even Aircraft Maintenance Engineers Day. But what if I told you that it was not until 2014 that we pilots had a separate dedicated day? Yes, you heard me right, not until 2014 that pilots had a World's Pilots Day. So in the year 2013, the Turkish Airline Pilots Association came up with this idea that pilots need a day too, a World's Pilots Day, and that is how they proposed that every year 26th April we need to observe World's Pilots Day. But why only this date? Why only 26th April? The answer to that is on 26th April 1912, Mehmet Fesa Evransev became Turkey's first pilot, having flown in the country. He took his training from France and graduated in the year 1911, and the next year on this date he became Turkey's first pilot. Well, the Turkish officials were like, come on, we came up with this idea and we want to dedicate it to a day that is important to us, and that is how 26th April is celebrated as World's Pilots Day, dedicated and commemorated the first Turkey's flight by Lieutenant Fesa Evransev. So basically it was a first come first serve affair, and maybe if we could have come up with the idea, World's Pilots Day might have been on 29th July because that is the date of birth of Jahangir Ratanji Dadabhai Tata, who also is known as JRD Tata, obviously very well known figure. He was the very first commercial pilot of India. Yes, his CPL license number read 1. He was the very first commercial pilot in the country. So that is the answer to the question asked previously. But why would the rest of the world agree that 26th April be celebrated as World's Pilots Day? And the answer to that is that Turkish Airline Pilots Association put up the idea in front of IFALPA, which is International Federation of Airline Pilots Association. Basically, it's just a union of all the different airline pilots associations throughout the world. So every country has its own airline pilots association. The union of all these separate associations on the worldly and on a global level is IFALPA, which on hearing this request they thought that yes, well, you guys deserve it, you have come up with the idea, so yeah, we are going to give it to you. And that is how IFALPA agreed, and they forwarded the request to ICAO, which is International Civil Aviation Organization, the most important body in civil aviation throughout the world. So you can think of all these associations and IFALPA and then ICAO as a cricket team. You know how in a cricket team, if a player has a point to put up or some grievance, he puts it in front of the captain, who then further reports it to the team management or officials or the coach, for example. Similarly, the airline associations from different countries report their points to the IFALPA, which in turn then forwards it to the ICAO. And the best part here is that all the countries, all the associations agreed to it. They were like, they didn't want to fight for when the day is to be, but rather they were really happy that such a thing is going to be associated and dedicated to the pilots. Pilots are really important. Being a pilot is not easy, it's really difficult, and all the countries, all the associations agreed to it, and that is how World's Pilots Day ended to be on 26th April. And that is the history behind World's Pilots Day. This day is dedicated to all the pilots across the globe, be it in the airlines or under training, I wish a happy World's Pilots Day to all my fellow aviators wherever they are, and especially to those who flew in these difficult times, especially in the beginning. No one knew what this COVID thing was or how dangerous it was, and then when flights reopened, they risked their lives again just to make sure people strangled in different corners of the world could get back to their loved ones at their respective homes and cities. It was because of them that once the vaccine was made, they agreed to take the risk and fly and not deny any flights and any assignments and duties given to them, because if they would have said no, the vaccines couldn't have gone and been distributed throughout the country. It's because of them that these vaccine drives are being carried out throughout the country. And to my fellow pilots who have graduated and are waiting for a job, I wish that this crisis gets over very soon and that you guys find your ways to the cockpits. Hang in there, it's just a matter of a little patience, and trust me, you guys are gonna be flying for really good airlines and really good aircrafts even sooner than you guys know. Finally, to the small, young, budding aviation pilots and enthusiasts hidden in each of you guys who have just yet only dreamt to spread your wings and fly off, or just stepped into the field and just started off with your training, I pray that at least you guys be the lucky ones who graduate just when positive situation within the aviation industry is just around the corner. Until then, stay safe, work hard, never give up, and most importantly, never let the fire and passion inside you to fly flame out. That's it for today's video, guys. A very happy World's Pilots Day to each and every aviation enthusiast out there, and happy landings.